We interrupt your regularly scheduled program to bring you another episode of We Can Help with Dave and Woody, already in progress.
Hang on, Dave. Hang on. That's a good picture. What does the square in a red within a red square mean? Two of them.
Hurricane.
Is that all it means? It's hurricane?
Yeah, that means it's on.
All right.
Hurricane is imminent.
Is it a hurricane?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. I don't think it will be then, right? Because it's kind of well, it's not landfall, right? You're just getting the eye is still in the Gulf at this. So it's Wednesday, what?
It's over
9:25,
by Cuba.
7 o'clock.
You know, we
So
complain about this thing all the time. And the Cubans get these things all the time. So
yeah,
I
and so
don't,
does Haiti and the Dominican Republic.
Hey,
All
don't hate on
those.
Haiti.
And all the Caribbean islands.
Yeah.
You think they'd up their code to
No, they're
withstand more of this?
nature's storm barriers.
Is that it?
God says we're going to need to protect America because it's the greatest country ever.
Oh. You're like the Dallas Cowboys in their hole in the roof. You always remember that? So God can watch his team
Yeah.
was
They're
always
not doing
their
so well lately.
no, not at all. So you're paying attention this year.
No, I get snippets. It's not. You remember I told you a long time ago I used to watch the ESPN 8-minute updates or stuff like that.
Yes. Yeah.
I spend
Eight
so
on
much
the
time
eights
on.
or something.
Yeah, I spend so much time on the internet. I get the news feeds,
Right.
so I know Dallas is in the tank. The Jaguars suck.
Yeah, I was thinking the other day, remember a couple of weeks ago we talked about you got that headline that said your coach was fired?
Yeah.
Someone
Okay.
let the
So I
cat
got.
someone let the cat out of the bag.
Hmm. It's a news agency. It's kind of. It must be like the Onion,
Oh.
but they need to be stopped because they've caught me 3 times now.
Well, I always love when the Onion catches someone in like political situation and they like post it like, "Hey, look what happened." You're like,
Well, the last one was Kelsey, the tight end from the Chiefs.
yes.
It said he's going to retire and then go be the head coach of the Cincinnati Bearcats. And I was like, that makes no sense.
You should do that with all headlines you read, by the way, not just
No, I know,
just the football
but
ones.
if it's all they're doing is getting clickbait, I think I might have thought of this kind of scenario a long time ago. I don't want us to do that with the show. I think that's we talked about last week a little bit
Yeah,
that people are
we a
doing
few
that.
times now we've addressed it.
But it's once I got into the article, I'm like, no, I'm not falling for this again. And sure enough, all these
But it's
ads.
too late by then. They get the click count and the what I hate, and at least Google lets you change it. I don't know about Apple and stuff, but then you're going to get 16 more stories about that same
Yeah,
subject in your news
the
feed.
algorithm cranks up.
Right. So at least in Google, you hit the three dots in the bottom right, and you can say not interested in this, and it'll take it out of your rotation.
I don't know nothing about the 3 dots, but yeah.
You know, the ellipse they call it. I think the ellipse
Yeah, I
button
know.
the young kids say these days.
The kids in the back of the room,
Yes, the ones making fun of you, Mr.
boy, they
Theus,
were driving me crazy this week. That's
because they
because
know they got a short week now, right?
well, so yesterday I was, I mean it's not really. I don't have ESPN or ESP rather. Sorry. That's an old joke.
Or ESPN. I don't pay the
Nor
cable
I don't
bill.
have cable. We have a dish. No, anyway. Um, so I told the kids, I said, I'm going to make a bet. I'm going to make a prediction. And they said, "What?" I said, "So by Wednesday afternoon, first of all, they're gonna mow the yard today." So this was Tuesday.
Right.
So we have this pretty expansive campus with a big grassy courtyard. It's part of our drainage and all that good stuff.
Right.
So it's not uncommon for them before a big storm to mow all the grass. And so I used it as a teachable moment. So I said, "Hey, you know what, guys? Let's try this." And I don't teach science, but what the heck? So I said, "Someone Google how many gallons of water does a cypress drink on a daily basis? You want to take a
Oh,
guess?
Cypress tree.
Cypress tree. You want on a
I thought you were
mature
talking about one
cypress?
of our buddy Cypress.
No, mature cypress. Anyone want to weigh in? Pat Kelly, you want to weigh in? Because I got a Pat Kelly comment.
I don't know, 12 gallons.
880 gallons
Get
a
out of
day.
here.
That's what. Okay, hold on. Let's ask Alexa.
Good luck with this one.
Alexa, volume 10. Alexa, how many gallons of water does a cypress tree drink in a day?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, trees can absorb between 10 and 150 gallons of water daily.
Okay, I didn't ask for trees. Okay, because an oak tree is different. Alexa, how many gallons of water can a cypress tree drink in one day?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
She's an idiot. Okay, Alexa, how many gallons of water does a live oak drink in a day?
I'm not quite sure how to help.
Oh, she's going downhill, Dave, already.
Okay, so here's the research we found, and it was
We're not even
Google, so it's got to be
6 minutes in.
So a cypress drinks about 880 gallons of water a day.
Florida, it just can't be true.
It's unbelievable, and they have no leaves, but they're drinking it from the roots. Obviously.
Yeah, well, that's how most trees work.
Yeah, I know. And then the Florida live oak drinks 200 to 300 gallons a day. And then grass, which I thought was going to, kill it, because if you ever notice, everyone mows their yard. My guy mowed ours today. In fact, thank you.
Getting ahead of the storm.
Yeah, the day before the storm, and per 1,000 square feet, it drinks 2 to 3 gallons a day. So grass, not so much.
Yeah.
But it's drinking, it is drinking water.
Yeah, it doesn't have a deep root is part of the problem, right? Grass, that is.
No, but I mean, 1,000 square feet is significant. But it doesn't have a big canopy to put it in. You know what I mean? To take the water up.
Dave's drinking for those listening on
sorry. Dave's
on the other end. Yeah, so mid-sentence he decides to take a drink.
Well, it was either that or start coughing off the peppers I was eating.
So anyhow, the game, they mowed the yard.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's where this whole thing started. So it was Tuesday, and I said, all right, here's my predictions. I predict that they're going to mow the yard today. And they're like, no, I don't know. And about 15 minutes before class is over, they started mowing the yard. So I said, aha. And then I said, I predict on Wednesday.
Of course, they mow it every Tuesday.
No, that would have been funny. And then I said, on Wednesday after lunch, we're going to see the administration start moving the tables. They're rearranging the cafeteria. Our school is a shelter.
Oh, okay.
And it's a special shelter for people that need. We have a UPS power system, uninterrupted power supply. And we have a LAN system that the emergency management comes in, switches off our internet. We go to this whole diesel backup generator thing. And then people who need oxygen, we have like 30 cots. People can come in and stay with us.
Very nice.
So once
and they bring their pets.
No, we're not pet friendly. There is one that's pet friendly,
but no oxygen. So you got to choose. It's you and the dog.
No oxygen, Buzz. But if you bring your dog. Lots of smoking though with our oxygen, and we're smoking.
Oh, it drives my wife crazy when she's got oxygen on a patient. Or like, can I have a cigarette?
Oh God, like, I told you that story, didn't I?
Go ahead, repeat it.
No, this is horrific. Let me get through this. I'm gonna throw up. All right. So that was Wednesday, and so I go back. We've got a couple people that I hang out with on my. I spend 5 minutes with them on my planning period. I don't want to get myself in trouble, but you have to get away from the kids a little bit and kind of get your head back together. So I said, here's what we need. This, and they're all kind of talking about, think we're going to get days off? I'm like, well, maybe, but here's the catch. Duval County has to go down first. And that's to our north, Jacksonville. Once Duval County Schools says, yes, they're going to close, then it gives, it makes sense. First of all,
but you're in line before Duval is.
We're south of Duval, just due south, and it only makes sense. We're not getting over on anybody. If my superintendent's listening today, good job in the spirit of, what is that word they say? Out of caution, extreme caution.
Extreme caution, yes.
Yeah, and it makes total sense, because the last thing you want to do is stay open, then someone gets stranded or messed up, and then you got to face that. So I think we've got the days built in like snow days. But anyway, so as soon as Duval announced, I went back to these people, said it's in the cards. We're going down. So they announced like Wednesday. No, they announced
Yeah, you told me like Tuesday or Monday.
Tuesday morning. Tuesday, they went early.
Yeah.
And they said, we're out of here. We're leaving Wednesday half day. And they've got some unique kind of structural issues with the river. We have the river as well, but theirs is a little bit messier. And they've got a lot of old trees where we're
I just
more
had a clap
underground.
of thunder outside.
Yeah, it's here. And
Yeah.
the storm's not.
Well, I
it's
can
not,
see it's right out your window there.
No,
We
it's
usually
not-
see the building next door behind you, but
it's not
today
blown.
it's
Well,
kind of
the
nice.
building's gone.
It's kind of nice you put up the hurricane flags outside for your neighbors.
No, it usually this stuff happens. It's like, yeah, this is going to be a nothing burger, but it's here. I mean, we're getting bans already. So, what's the guy
So
from the Weather Channel?
you're having a bit of a variation then.
A variation.
Yes.
So, is that where pixie dust is involved? Variation.
No. Word of the week, folks. Getting it in early before Dave loses power, and we have to cut the show short.
Oh, I didn't write down when we started. Did you?
7:10.
Okay. Wow. Alexa, define variation.
Variation is usually defined as the act, process, or accident of varying in condition.
She said
or
That
degree.
time your accent
For
got in
more,
the way.
ask me to give you more.
Stop. Alexa, define variation.
Variation is
Okay.
usually
Nope.
defined as the act, process,
Alexa,
or
stop.
accident.
Is it F-A-R-I?
F-E-R-I-ation.
Alexa, define F-E-R-I-A-T-I-O-N.
Variation is usually defined as the observation of a holiday, cessation from work.
Yeah, that's pretty appropriate.
Yeah, that was my word of the day today, and I said, I got to use it because I know he's said. And does this make you feel gruntled?
Gruntled?
Yeah.
As in disgruntled?
No, as in gruntled.
So that would be happy, I would assume.
Yes, it is.
That's interesting because disgruntled everybody
uses,
but there's the Latin prefix dis.
Mm.
That's how I knew what it was. Although
Yeah.
I've never heard it singulared out as gruntled.
Either I until today, as another, I heard someone talking about that because they didn't know gruntled was a word. Either did I at the time till they looked it up. Because they were anyhow, whole nother conversation. But so your variation makes you gruntled.
Yeah. So this is a catch-22. I think honestly the kids could use the break. I am always harping on them about taking it too easy.
Yeah, I mean they've had at least 5 days in a row without a break.
Yeah, it's getting tough, man. They're going tough.
Jesus.
My kids today goes, Mr. Theus, are we supposed to do all of this on this assignment?
No, I only wanted you to do a third of it.
Oh, I've wasted way too much ink, apparently. Shame on me. I can't believe some of the stuff they say. It's like, sometimes I'll be like, why do you even come to school?
No? My mom makes me.
Just stay home. I don't know. It's just crazy. I'm like, yes, you got to do it all. Anyway, so I did have so what did we do? Let's wrap this up. So
Hurricane days off. You were predicting.
Yeah, so we're getting Thursday and Friday off, and the catch is, God, please Lord, nobody gets hurt, and we don't experience extreme property damage. They're saying this is going to be a wind event versus a water soaker, and because of the way we're set up on the right side of it,
then you can finally take your insurance company up on your hurricane insurance. They always get out of it because you get flooding does the damage.
Yeah. I don't want to be celebratory about taking Thursday and Friday off, and then all of a sudden, people lose their house or something like that. That'd be terrible. So I'm just thankful that we have the opportunity to, to have days off to make sure our families are safe and our structures are safe. But at the same time, I'd rather be at work and I'd rather be doing it. But
yeah,
it's one of those weird things.
I always tell people when they want more days off, I'm like, if you're not making money, what are you doing?
Well, that's who I feel bad for.
Spending money.
I told the kids in every class today, I said, look, do me a favor. Go home tonight after school And I want you at the dinner table, wherever you see your mom and dad or whoever takes care of you, I want you to say, listen, I know this is going to maybe be a stressful weekend, but is there anything I can do to help get ready for this? I mean, if it means you going out on the patio and getting the patio furniture and helping dad bring it in the garage, or just offer it and be ready to help your parents. Because some of your parents, I don't know, they may work for a company. If they don't show up, they don't get paid.
Yeah.
That could be stressful. They got to make the rent or the whatever, and they're not getting paid for 2 days. That could be the difference in who knows.
And I need them paying taxes because my salary counts on it.
Your retirement.
No, I was talking about your salary.
Oh, nah, it's not the same, but yeah. So I was trying to get them to be good Samaritans and good citizens. But anyway, all right. So I did have something that kind of came out of the conversation today at school. We'll wrap it up. This is not
right.
storm related.
Oh, well, then I don't know if I want to hear it.
Do you remember when we were kids? I don't know if this happened with you, but I grew up on a street that was pretty sustainable. I mean, I grew up pretty much in the same home from the time I was an infant till I graduated from college and moved away. And in our neighborhood, we might have had 3 or 4 different people move in and move out, but it was we knew the people that were there from the start to finish. And my parents died in that house. So, I mean, it was forever. So
that house is haunted.
Probably. During the summer months, we would always, we always played street games. And I think I don't know if I talked about this or not, but it always fascinated me that we'd have this kid that moved in from Ohio, for example. And we had this game that we were playing one summer we made it up. It was the rage. All the kids couldn't wait to come over to our street and play it. It was basically, we smashed hide and seek, tag ball together. So the premise was you hit, there was a seeker. There was one guy that had the ball.
Oh, like in Harry Potter?
Well, I mean, I'm trying to bring it in today's world. And so there was a guy who was he had the ball. And then all of us had to hide. That was the hide and seek part. And when he found you, he had to tag you with the ball. So he'd wing it at you,
Yeah, like it was used a cue ball, right?
No, it was a sock. It was.
I mean, we had to make a mark.
Soap.
Had to make a mark so you could prove you hit the guy.
It wasn't Welch ball. It was tag ball. No, that kickball thing. It was real soft and gooey.
Right.
Anyway,
those things can hurt. Trust me.
Yeah. So he had to tag you, but it didn't make you right away. You had to get tagged a sequence of 3 times.
What?
And so there was a whole crap load of kids playing this game. And so it was freeze tag or something like that. So as soon as you got tagged, you couldn't move. But the only way you could get untagged again, do you have any idea how you got untagged?
One of the other people had to tag you.
Well, one of the other people had to do something to get you untagged. Do you know what it was?
Right. Strip down naked.
Close. They had to go between your legs.
Oh, yeah, that's close, Dave.
So we called it
Jeez.
hide and seek, tag ball, underlegs. That was the name of the game.
You guys were real inventive with the names.
No, we were smashing it. We were putting all these things together like a big board meeting. So hide and seek, tag ball, underlegs. So this kid shows up from Ohio, and he goes, "So what's the game? What are you guys playing?" Like he's a shark,
Right.
And we go, "Well, we got this game that we put together. It's called we hide and seek, and then you hit the and he goes, hide and seek, tag ball, underlegs," and we're like, "Man, that's it. How do you know that?" He goes, "Oh, we've been playing that in Ohio for like months." So I'm like, "How did you?" And he knew the deal. I think their game was slightly modified. They only had
because there's only in our day. This is my theory, and it's kind of the same today, right? The kids all play the majority of the same 20 video games, right? They all know what. But I mean, there was only limited things you could do with the ball, with a football, or there was only so many things you could do. So in general,
your inventiveness was limited to your imagination,
to what you had, to what you had. Yes, and
so
we didn't have a lot. Yeah, exactly. Well, I said that's why I said when the kid comes from Ohio, he's like, "Oh, you pansies play with a rubber ball?
We use mallets and hammers."
Right. I mean, come on. That's what we use right here.
So I was telling the kids, this is we had no internet. There was no
Right.
there
No
was
way to
nothing.
pass the information.
Yeah, and I was just and this. I heard these stories. If there's anyone listening out there, Pat Kelly,
No, he was only for corrections.
way. That's right. Weigh in if you played a similar game, tag ball, hide and seek, tag ball, underlegs. First of all, and if there was something a story that you relayed, someone moved to your town and they knew the game. It was kick
I
the
don't think
can.
we ever had. I don't think we ever had a game like that. But we had. That's why you said, "How'd you get unfroze?" It's because one of your buddies would come by, and if you could tag your buddy without getting hit by the ball, you got the run away.
The thing that we made it underleg was the tag was too easy because you
Right.
could skirt by, tag your guy, and be gone. But the underleg took some commitment because then
You were
were
going to get tagged with
exposed,
the ball again. Yeah, that makes sense.
which made it kind of fun. But this kid knew about it, so I don't know.
You can't play hide and seek anymore because you can't go in the neighbors' yards without getting the police called anymore. So
The Karens.
yes, of the world. So did you
I
do
thought you were
anything
right.
fun this past weekend, Dave?
Well, I didn't play any hide and seek. Yeah, I smoked a ton of cigars.
Oh,
It
cigars.
was my birthday.
Your birthday was Thursday.
It stretched into the weekend. I didn't really do anything until. So Sheila went on a trip. Okay, it's all coming back to me now. Sheila and do you know something I don't know?
No, just kind of waiting for the light bulb to come on you. That's all. But
Okay.
go ahead. Tell your story.
Sheila went with our oldest daughter and her daughter, so our oldest granddaughter.
So 3 generations.
Yeah, they took a trip to Gainesville, Georgia, and they went up to a women's retreat, basically.
Oh.
And so I didn't realize they were going up all the way up that far. I would have said fly, but
I don't know where Gainesville, Georgia is.
It's like a suburb, northeast side of Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
7 hours, probably.
Yes, I do know where it is. Okay, I'm familiar. I played a golf course there.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
You call me a liar?
No, I said I'm sure you did because you play a lot of golf. You like the balls, the tips,
the white ones.
Yeah. So they left. She left me a big platter of Greek salad. I don't know what she got, like a catering platter. And I'm like, oh, this will be delish, with
in a few
ham.
days.
So for 3 days I ate Greek salad. I always made a joke when I was a bachelor. I would say 1 bowl and 1 spoon.
Yes.
That's how you live. Anyway, it was a good weekend. I smoked
only paper towels.
Yeah, or a shirt.
You don't need napkins or toilet paper.
You wear your shirt that's
stuff.
got the holes in the pits, and you wipe your face with it. Now, I had about 3 cigars. I did consume some beverage.
Yeah, I think. Is that why you were texting me one? Yes, the Saturday night you were texting me, and I can always tell when Dave's drinking.
That got a little
out of hand.
Well, I guess
you still dressed when you woke up in the morning?
No, I was in the garage.
You really?
I fell asleep in the driveway for about an hour.
Did the neighbors come by and wheel you in?
They were throwing stuff at me. Now, luckily, the way our driveway sets up, you can't really see it. But yeah, I woke up and I was like, "Oh, this isn't good," and I didn't even know what time it was. Maybe 12 o'clock. I was tired.
Yeah, apparently
I was tired. So I made it back into the house and got everything squared away. It was a good weekend. It was restful.
Yeah. Why do you think I asked you about your weekend, Dave?
I don't know. I felt like there was a setup there.
It was a setup to ask how my weekend went.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was all about me. So
no.
How was your weekend? Oh, hold on a second. So anything new happened to you this weekend?
Yeah. That's what I'm looking at. Like, how long is this going to take?
Playing tag ball this weekend?
Apparently. So for those YouTube watchers, and you need to subscribe if you're on YouTube over in that corner, speaking of, I'm showing my injury on the camera. So I fractured my radius in my right forearm at the wrist joint. So if you think of like those fake bones they give the dogs, and both sides of it have like a Y, very, like a wide section. One of those nubs fractured from the middle all the way to the edge of the
Oof.
bone. Yeah. So, but I did get some pseudo good news yesterday. I went to the specialist. So over the weekend, I just went to our a very large ortho group here in Charlotte has urgent care hours at their offices on Saturday and Sunday. So I went on Sunday and they x-rayed it, and the guy thought I was going to need surgery because in the middle, the bone shifted enough that now there's a gap in the middle of the bone. And so, but I saw the specialist yesterday and they said the gap's not big enough. And so I got to go back the next 2 weeks and I'm going to x-ray it again and see if the gap gets bigger or stays. If it stays, I don't need surgery. If it starts growing, they're going to
Put a
open
screw
it
in
up,
it.
screw it in place. So I'm hoping for the former rather than latter. So
You're hoping
I did
for
that
the
on
mind the gap.
yeah, I did that Saturday afternoon. The ortho urgent hours were over by then on Saturday, so I'm like, let's see how it feels tomorrow. I could tell something was wrong though. I mean, it hurt. I had to hold it in certain. There wasn't a position I could really find that would eliminate all the pain, but if I kind of held it against my chest and up above my heart, I was okay.
Were
So I
you
woke
in,
up. Yeah.
were you in a match? I mean, obviously,
Oh well,
yeah, you
so
didn't tell us how you did, or you
no,
just
a
stumbled
match. No,
along.
I was doing stunt work for the new Avengers movie. And when I was rolling the car, the second roll, my hand let go in the car and I hit the steering wheel. And
Because you are a stunt man on the weekends.
well, that's what I'm telling everybody at work when they ask me what happened. All right.
I thought you were Michelangelo with the Ninja Turtles.
I was like, yeah. I was like, I tried the stunt thing. No one bought that. So then I moved on to I was driving in a NASCAR race this past weekend, and people are like, no, no.
Pace
They'd
car.
already. I haven't been there 6 months, and they already know I'm full of shit. So
Well,
uh,
it was my race where all the accidents happened, though, wasn't it?
no, Bristol. No,
Bristol.
it was a relatively quiet race.
Okay, so to get to it, how did it happen?
All right, it happened in pickleball. So essentially, for those playing pickleball, it's much like tennis. And I was playing up, and the gentleman on the other team hit a lob shot over my head because I had the net pretty well protected. And so it went over my right shoulder, and I was playing the right side of the court. And so I kind of traveled back. Yes, just like that, Dave. Thanks for animating.
Drawing a picture. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I was running kind of to my side, watching the ball up in the air, and as I'm running back, I'm like, oh, that's going out, but I'll follow it back. And as it hit the ground, it hit right inside the line. So I'm like, crap, it's in. So now and then it was spin on the ball, which pulled it towards me. So when it bounced off the ground, it came towards me. So to make room to swing the racket, as I'm still pedaling back,
Yeah.
I moved my left foot out to make room for the swing. I swung, and then my right foot caught my left foot. And as I spun around and headed towards the ground, I still remember telling myself, "Don't stick your arm out." Well, of course you stick your arm out, to take the fall, and I just hit it perfect. Straight armed it into the cement ground, and immediately it hurt. I mean, I knew my day was over at that point, but so I just laid on the ground for 30 seconds or so and then sat up, and they got me some water and stuff, and I went home at that point, but didn't know the extent.
Did you drive home?
Yeah, I drive with my left hand. I didn't drive with
Because
both.
you're a stunt
Yeah,
man.
I'm a stunt driver. You got to be used to this stuff, Dave. You're not gonna. I'm not gonna lay down there and just wait till my wife calls asking where I am.
So your nurse bride wasn't there?
No, she won't return to the pickleball courts because she
well,
herself was injured quite badly on the pickleball court.
Maybe it's time for the Woody family to address that.
Well, the neighbors ask why we have such brittle bones. I guess we don't drink enough milk.
Calcium.
Yeah, calcium.
I tell you, there's nothing more difficult than hanging up the paddles.
What paddle? What are you, ping pong?
Well, I had to hang up the cleats. That was tough.
Okay. I see where depression sets in, and it has nothing to do with the bone breaking or anything. It's now that a lot of people get depressed when they get injured, and The problem for me is now I have to do everything one-handed and I have to do it left-handed, which is not my dominant hand. And so everything I want to do is now 10 times harder. Getting dressed, going to bed, brush your teeth, shaving, driving a car. And so nothing is easy and it just wears on you. You know, you just don't want to do anything.
How's the urination factor? Are you going to sit down now and doing it, or what are you doing?
No, I don't, because unbuttoning and buttoning the pants is terribly difficult with
You
one
just
hand.
pee your pants?
Pretty much. Yeah.
I wear dark trousers.
I don't get out of my chair at all until everybedy's gone for the day. Then I leave.
Oh, that's warm and soothing.
That way no one picks up on what's going down beyond my desk.
Woody, can I get you a soda? No, I can't drink anything.
I'm good. I'm good.
I gotta cut down.
Hey, you coming to lunch with us? No.
I'm good.
My
Thanks.
treat.
I'm eating powder.
Yeah, it's my treat. No, I'm good.
I got a cornstarch sandwich.
So
No problem.
I can see where it takes, and even the healthiest person, you're talking 3 weeks for the bone to even get mildly firm again, heal. 6 weeks before you can remove any kind of device, or splint type thing.
So what do they keep? Is this a kind of a soft cast until they can come back and X-ray again? Then if they deem it,
No, it's pretty cool. What they do is they take like a 6 foot long piece of fiberglass that's meshed with some sort of water activated epoxy.
yeah,
And it is folded it around my elbow and out to either side of my hand. And as that's set up, they wrapped it with gauze, or not gauze,
like an ace bandage, but it's
ace bandage, yeah, to tighten it up on my hand. And so that keeps my hand has to rotate. I can't twist my
you
forearm.
can't twist it, yeah.
Right. And I can't bend my wrist. And so it kind of isolates it from the world, which makes life difficult. I'll tell you right now, Dave.
Well, I am sorry. And there's lots of funny
I was
stories.
looking for sympathy.
Well, how about if I give you some empathy? Because I've broken mine twice, that arm, my left arm.
Oh, see, left arm's not bad, Dave. You still get your right arm then.
Well, if I'm left-handed, you're
You're
don't
not
know that.
left-handed.
How do you know that?
Because I can see by the way you're writing.
You can see me writing?
Hmm? I don't know.
Okay.
You're right-handed. I think I'd know if you're left-handed, wouldn't I?
Because I'd be evil and they'd want to put me down. No, I'm
Yes.
right-handed.
Yeah, my mom was a
I'm actually
victim of that.
ambidextrous.
Oh,
Huh?
yeah. My mom was that way. She was born in the 40s and she is left-handed, but because school and
Yeah.
some sports that she played forced her to go right-handed, she does those things righty, but everything else in life that wasn't in school, she did, like a tool or something like that, she's left-handed.
No,
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, they thought it was of the devil in the early days. Thought you were a witch.
Was it that? Maybe in 1800s they thought that.
No, before then, I think. Okay,
Really?
hold on. Let's axe. Axe.
Yeah, let's
Alexa.
ask Alexa. How are you going to ask
I don't
this?
know. Well, let's just put something dumb out there. She'll probably get it right. Alexa, what? Okay, that's a good question.
Sorry,
Hey,
I don't know that
Dave,
one.
I can't help you with that one.
Hold on. Alexa, what did it mean to be a left-handed?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, left-handed refers to a person that uses their left hand as their
Oh,
dominant
thanks.
hand. This is
It
due
took-
to how the brain has developed.
It
Left-handed
takes-
people complete tasks such as writing, throwing, or reaching for items with their left
All right,
hand
you can
instead of
stop for
their
any
right
time
hand.
now.
Oh, that clears it up.
It took an Alexa contributor to help her with that one. It just
we
wasn't
got that
common
one, Dave.
knowledge.
So when you say you're left-handed, what they're saying is you use your left hand.
Well, in her defense, nearsighted is not what it means.
Okay, hold on. Let's test that. Alexa, can you help us understand nearsightedness?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, when you are nearsighted, it means you are unable to see things clearly unless they are relatively close to the eyes.
I
owing
guess
to
that
the
does make
focusing of
sense. Never
rays of
mind. I
light
don't know
by the
why I
eye
was
at a-
thinking that was a.
I thought it was far away.
Yeah, I thought it was an oxymoron too, for some reason.
If you're nearsighted, it means you can't see things far away.
Yes. Yes. I know. So
We're not doctors, even though we play one on a podcast. We're
let's
not-
edit that out of the show. You just went red.
Oh,
Are you
I
getting
got
mad
close
at
to
me?
I
What
got
the
close
hell's
to my
wrong?
hurricane flags.
Hey, what'd I do?
I don't know.
You know, I
My
had
blood
to.
pressure is in good shape.
We
think my
we've got
camera.
about 10 minutes left in the show. So if there's anything in particular you want to address this week, now would be a good time. I do want to let you know, I've been updating you on Zen words,
Yeah, what's
increasing your IQ, lowering your brain age, and curing Alzheimer's.
you're helping your cognitive
Yes. Well, not just helping it, but
healing
it
it.
cures it. Yeah, it
Sure.
heals it. I have learned this week that Mahjong can do the same thing. And I wouldn't have believed it, Dave, but in the ad, there was a neurologist telling me this. And you know how I knew she was a neurologist?
A white
She
coat.
had yeah, she had a white coat on. So I had to believe her. Mahjong will decrease your brain age.
What is mahjong?
You never played it with the tiles? They have like I don't know if it's Chinese, Japanese,
I've heard of
Laos.
it, but I never really
It's
knew what
like
it was.
dominoes, but there's probably 27 images,
No,
and you gotta match the images to remove the tiles.
I don't know. We had a game when we were kids that had Chinese checkers, and you turned it over and had all these holes that you put marbles in, and we could never figure out
Yes,
what that was.
you never knew how to play Chinese checkers.
No, and they said the word Chinese, and we were
You
done.
were out.
You
You're
know, it's
like,
like this
Dad
can't be
won't.
any good.
Dad won't let me play this.
These Chinese.
He says the Chinese
Was the Chinese
technology is.
checkers the marble one?
Yeah, everybody had a triangle,
Yeah.
and you had to get all your marbles from one side to the other.
We were stealing people's marbles back then.
Were you? Well, you had
Yeah.
no marbles, probably.
Well, that could have been during my bully years.
Your marble mouth, something like that.
I don't know.
But
We never played it. I remember that. I can see the box in my mind's eye right now on the shelf. It's like that's the Chinese game. We're not playing that.
all right.
Nothing
So
against our Chinese neighbors and friends, though. It's just the CCP that I stand against.
is that still a hockey uniform? Wasn't that the brand for the hockey uniform, CCP?
The Chinese Communist Party?
Yeah, but I don't think it stood for that. I think the brand is CCP.
You mean like Nike or something?
Yeah.
But it was.
Yeah, it was CCP. They made hockey gear. I think it was CCP.
Hold on.
Oh, no.
Alexa, is there a brand called CCP for hockey?
From hockeyquestion.com. Bauer and CCM are the two most popular hockey brands in the world.
So
CCM.
CCM? I don't know.
It
All right.
comes before P.
Pat Kelly, please weigh in. Let us know.
Oh, the Pat Kelly note. Hold on a second. So, he shoots me a text.
Oh, he did?
He's pretty funny.
I got an email from JoJo, but I don't think it's from JoJo.
JoJo, our friend?
Yes.
I almost said it.
I know.
I won't do that because I swore an oath
To JoJo.
to JoJo. Hold on, let me find this from Pat.
Oh, that's good you're prepared.
Oh, I'm always ready at a moment's notice to stall the show.
Well,
Here
I
it is.
had to
I got
cancel.
it.
Yeah, okay.
I got it. So I just get this text. It says, listening to this week's episode, scoliosis. And then he puts curvature of the spine. So I guess scoliosis was the
Yeah,
thing
we were
that you
talking.
couldn't
We were
remember.
talking. Yeah, you said it, and I didn't think that's what they would check us for in school. And
Yeah.
you said scoliosis, I think, and I was like,
No.
no, that's not right. So
He said scoliosis and put a smile face. And now then it says curvature of the spine. I think curvature of the spine is like normal, right? Or is
well,
that the
not
disease?
there's not a exaggerated curvature of the spine.
Here we go again.
Good luck.
Alexa, what is scoliosis?
According to Mayo Clinic, scoliosis is a sideways curve of the spine that begins most often during the growth spurt just before puberty. Usually,
That's why we
scoliosis
got
causes
checked.
only small curves that require no treatment. Some children have spinal curves that get more severe as they grow. These children may need to wear a brace to stop the curve
She's
from
wordy.
getting worse. Others may need surgery.
Did you
done?
find so it was gym class, right? We always got checked in gym class.
Well,
Did you find it weird though that coach would always ask you to take your pants off? I'm gonna say it.
and then you put your head between his legs. That's the other part that was weird. Do you remember that?
Well, that's so you could see the curve, Dave. That made
Yeah,
sense.
that's what he kept telling me. He goes, "No, not there, Dave. Over here." I'm like, "This doesn't feel right, coach." That guy never worked in our system again. That was weird.
Yeah, he was gone the next week.
Yeah, so I remember a football coach one time telling us, "Look, go. You got to get your physicals, and if your parents can't afford it, I'll do it for free." And I'm like,
Are you
"No,
serious? He did.
we'll have them at the gym for free." And I'm like, "I don't think that sounds right, coach."
You hear a lot of coughing going on there.
All right, stop. We're gonna get ourselves in trouble. I know I started it, but that was a long time ago.
So
Mm.
we got about 5 minutes left, and last week I had to push off soil testing to this week.
Because of the rain or what?
No,
Oh, your
mainly
hand.
because you didn't ask me any questions about it, and so therefore I
Didn't sound very interesting.
I felt the need to. Well, I think you'll find it interesting that in lieu of sending our results or taking core samples and sending off to some laboratory, we do our own testing here in the Woody household. Yeah, we do it by taste testing.
Of course, that makes sense.
So you identify the phosphorus levels and the ammonia and
Iron.
in the ground, and the kids have learned to be, because if you start them young, Dave, then they know
They develop a palate.
Yes, a palate for these different
What about like
elements.
Roundup? Are they able to pick up
No,
on Roundup or
no, not at all.
other
I mean,
antigens?
yeah, I mean, we're not stupid here, Dave. I'm not giving the kids something dangerous.
Yeah, this tastes like Monsanto, Dad. I think this is a Monsanto product here. So, with your so are you falling back on your early training of hanging wallpaper now?
I'm trying to remember this one. I'm like, I don't get it.
You know the saying that I'm so busy, I'm as busy as a one-handed wallpaper,
Oh no,
one-armed painter or something like that. I don't know. That was a dad joke, a feeble attempt at a dad joke.
You forgot that one. That should have been played a few minutes earlier in the show when I was actually talking about it. But
I always had a problem with insertion at the right time.
Yes, well, that's why you don't have any kids. Only one kid by blood.
Yeah, well, that we know of.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, I got a question for you, real quick.
Yeah.
Why was it called right in the breadbasket when you threw a pass?
Hit him right in the breadbasket.
Yeah, this is a football thing.
Well, because the football, we always talked about it, carry it in like a loaf of bread. I don't know, because when they carried bread in a basket, it was near their belly. I don't know.
Did you hold it up here like, hey, look at me, I got bread. I'm the big man.
I don't know. They never let me touch the ball as an offense. Actually, I made 3 touchdowns as an offensive lineman.
When it was fumbled?
No, we ran a tackle eligible.
I was saying, were you an eligible?
I did. I always wanted to be a tight end. Dave Casper.
Yeah, sure you did.
I said, well, was that whole sit at the end of the bench and be a tight end or something like that?
Now that's the guard. Guard the water bottle.
Guard the water bottle on tight end. Anyway, so Dave Casper was my hero of the Oakland Raiders.
Oh.
And I was too slow, coach always reminded me. I was like, whatever. What do you know?
Well, the main thing you do is block as a tight end in those days.
Well, it can be a pretty notorious position, but yeah, it's mostly like an extra lineman. But I said, okay, if I can't be a tight end, I want to run tackle eligible. And he goes, well, can you catch? And I said, yeah, that was something I did very well. And so we ran a couple plays in practice. He goes, golly, Theus can catch. So we put a tackle eligible.
Still can't run.
Well, one was 6 yards, one was like 3 yards. They weren't very long, but 3 touchdowns.
All right. 3
fun.
touchdowns in how many years?
A lot. But you had to,
Yeah.
the thing is, you had to tell the ref.
Yeah. Well,
And then
that's what happened in that one game. Remember the playoff game or something a year ago? the Detroit player didn't. He either didn't say it or the ref didn't hear it. They scored a touchdown. They took it away because he didn't report it as
Yeah,
eligible.
and they have to announce it to the other team, which is kind of stupid.
Well, why? Because that's the whole concept.
Well, so you report, you say, hey, by the way, number 79 is eligible. Okay.
Right.
Then he stops the clock, looks at everybody, goes, hey, by the way, this guy is eligible. They're going to
Right.
run tackle eligible.
Obviously, they're throwing it to him.
This guy is eligible. Like, that didn't seem like it made sense. But I got 3 touchdowns.
Very good. Very good. So, hey,
What
listen.
is the red basket? Why do they call it the red basket?
I don't know. I was throwing it out there. Maybe you come back next week and you tell us why.
It's probably some sort of Yogi Bearism.
Anyhow, it's time to say goodbye.
All right, let's get out.
Or good night.
I did have an advertisement thing to pick up on, but we'll talk about it next week.
Yeah.
Hopefully we survive the storm.
I hope you do too, Dave.
All right, I'm Dave.
I'm Woody.
And you've listened to I don't know the name of the storm.
Helene.
Helen's, whatever. All right, anyway, let's get out of here. As we always say, thank you for listening. Please subscribe to us on on YouTube. And if you don't want to do that, then go over to Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts.
Put it on repeat, loop, and go to bed at night.
Yeah, do that. It's a great idea. And then guard well, the honor of the cross. Until next time, peace out.